welcome to our weekly series with Ambassador Dr. Smiley every week to talk about issues that are very important to humanity, how to uplift oneself, how to become better, things that we should be focusing on and things that we don't have to focus too much on. So today our topic here is turn every setback into a powerful comeback. Turn every setback into a powerful comeback. Welcome, um, Smiley.
Hi, good evening to everyone, all the viewers out here. All the viewers might be thinking that Smiley is completely into deep layers. Yes, the reason being we are all under snow. So my outfit talks about exactly the situation because sometimes it's a simple tip. You know what? Sometimes you say silent, your outfit talks about the situation, surroundings, and what you need to talk. Don't you think so? Well, by the way, just kidding and all. But this is really, we will touch this topic sometimes later as well.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you,
Yeah. Okay,
thank
let's jump start with our topic, and thank you so very much as usual, my wonderful host and my very good friend, very good friend, and we are really fantastically gelling in, bringing new topics. So keep engaging with us, bring more engagement to bring this platform on more and more higher level. Let us amplify our voice.
very good, very good. So first, Dr. Smiley, yeah, the topic itself says turn every setback into powerful comeback, and I know, like in reality, a lot of um, people or a lot of us do have setbacks. It's part of life, and sometimes we don't know how to handle this. So this is something that everybody can relate to, because one way or the other you will run into a situation where you would have a setback. So I was um you know looking at the topic, and I it kind of gave me a lot of insights uh from my own personal point of view. So I'm glad that this topic is something that we can discuss. So tell us some of the things that you think um, the people can use to overcome setbacks as they come along, because it's part of humanity. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, this is one of the thing which is pretty much sometimes it becomes imbalance. Sometimes we are stuck. And I thought of bringing this into a kind of real conversation, like we always mention that we may not be expert, but our life experience as we move along brings more enlightenment to every topics, and we can share our experiences, sometimes skills and the experiences much more, and it travels with a higher speed, making meaningful connections. I hope that makes sense.
definitely makes sense. Now, yeah, so give us an example of some of the things that you think, some of the ways that these um setbacks means things that, and give us some example of some setbacks, and then how those setbacks could be overcome. Maybe that would give our audience more in-depth understanding what we are trying to say here.
Sure, absolutely. What I say that life is full of ups and downs. We all
Okay.
run after success. But I always believe one thing in life: success and failure. You cannot succeed unless you fail, right?
Okay.
So your failures should be on higher priority. Don't shy out from your failures because that is your setback. Oh, I wanted to do that, but I couldn't achieve my goal this year. So you see, your mind is not trying to accept the fact that you couldn't win over, but
Mhm.
you tried. And then you become silent. And it's gossiping in your mind. Why did it happen? What happened? I worked so hard. So on and so forth. So that means this is your setback. And then
Okay.
you want to take a pause. Some people go for a pause, silent, vanish, disappear. Don't want to talk about into stress, anxiety, because they think failure is a blunder which I have done. I can never do it. I can never do it. It's your mind,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
This is a simple situation. It can happen in your professional life, personal life, in every situation that I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I will never do it. I will never appear. I will never try. See, you are pushing yourself back, 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 and then disappear. I don't want to be talked about. You know what I'm talking about? This is exactly, I'm trying to put a kind of gestures how it happens. I don't want to be in the limelight. What people will talk about, what I think about myself. I don't want to look myself into the mirror. Sorry. These are some of the thoughts come when you are unable to win your goal because your focus is only success, but you are not saying or seeing the failures. Failures are pillar of success. Failures goes further up to make you success. That's my point here.
Okay. So based on what I'm getting from you is that this is setback is what is referred as failures, right?
Yeah.
So failures in anything should be looked at as a recipe for success.
Yes.
In other words, just because you failed doesn't mean that is the end of life.
Yes.
If you keep trying and you keep making adjustments and learn from your failure, you will eventually succeed. So, in other words, it's sometimes good to fail so you can get to succeed.
Yes.
Now, what are some of the preparations, like some of the actions that need to be taken when you have this setback or these failures? What is you think one of the first action that need to be taken? And
Well,
then what
first,
is,
uh,
mhm.
sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what are some of the actions that need to be taken once you experience a setback or failure in whatever you're pursuing?
Okay. Number
What do you
one,
think? Mhm.
reframe and reframe and reframe. Try
What
to,
does what refrain from what? What do you mean?
yeah, reframe means you reframe again and again. What happened? What went wrong? That means your
Oh,
mind
okay.
is working. You are trying
Or
to reframe.
try to figure
Yes,
out, think through,
yes,
right? Okay, got it.
yes. I'm not pausing. I'm not giving it off, but I'm trying to put it in my mind. Number two, own the situation.
On the
When you
situation,
know,
okay.
yes, that means you are,
Instead of own the situation would mean, instead of like blaming somebody or kind of deflecting the situation, accept that you failed and
Yes.
you learn from it. Be in acceptance mode, not like,
Yes.
being, arguing about it, or being, you know mess beating yourself up about it. The key
Yes.
thing is that you accept that failure
Yes.
happens and
Yes.
you learn from it.
Yes. I mean, take
Okay.
the responsibility
Okay.
of what caused this. That means you are owning the situation. Okay.
Okay. That,
There
that
I
makes
go.
sense. Yeah.
That makes sense. And then I would rather put another point here, analyze the root. What could be the cause?
Okay.
Because, we all are human beings. We always
Mm,
try to blame others. But I
right.
always tell
We do that a
people,
lot.
yeah,
We
yeah,
do that a lot. Mm,
yeah, yeah. Let's not blame others. Before blaming others, blame yourself. Fix yourself. And that way, you analyze the root cause. There could be something, could be something. Oh, okay. So that means you are analyzing the root cause.
right. Right. So no. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Then I have certain points which I thought, let me give the points and then we can talk about. Then it's develop a kind of sense of comeback. Okay, I couldn't do it. Let's not hide. I want to bounce back. That means develop an habit of a comeback. Then cultivate resilience. You have to be humble to yourself, kind enough to accept the fact, understanding the situation, the root cause, and ready to bounce back, but not blaming yourself or hating yourself, but rather patting yourself. Oh, I learned. So I learned out of it. Okay, never mind. So that means you are making yourself strong enough to understand the situation, but not giving a push back. That means you want to push forward in life. Don't take too much of time. Take immediate action. Oh, okay. All right. So let me make a plan next year so that I don't make that mistake and bounce back. Sorry, it's too late. I click here, immediate action. What needs to be done? Okay, I'm ready. Because every small progress, small step matters a lot. That means
Right.
your mind is set ready.
Hmm.
Not too late. Let's start walking. When you start walking, you will cross the bridge. So, simple progress is very important. Celebrate the small win. Maybe in that process, you are able to overcome something. You could win a little, a penny. That's a win. So what? I could win something today. And with that being said, your mind is getting set. A small win is also towards your goal of satisfaction. That means you are prepared to move with the speed. Yes, it may not be that speed, but you are making a slow move. Doesn't matter, let people run. I'm making a move so long as it's a progress. You are not quitting, you are not giving up, you are pushing yourself to be there sooner, but not in rush. Not in
Hmm.
rush,
Hmm.
right? And I think these are some of my points which I thought that I will put it out because these are all, it's a combination of what we do and sometimes we do not realize. But when we see one by one all these points, you will see it really makes big difference.
Yeah, the points really make difference. Thank you for that. So I kind of see where all these things come into. You already mentioned the failures that you, if you experience that, and then how do you deal with that? You have to accept the fact first that this is a failure, and B, don't try to sway blames on others. Take responsibility and find the root cause. The root cause, if you don't know what caused anything, you wouldn't know how to fix it. You know, that's everything, in life. Mostly you have to know the cause to know the fix. Now, once you figure out the cause of the challenges you face and the failure, the setback, now you're set to correct it. And like I said earlier, there is no bad thing about having to fail. Most of the biggest superstars we see, Michael Jordan, other successful athletes, they all had kind of tried, several times before they succeed and they failed. There's a remedy that you have to get while you're trying to chase your dreams. So what Smiley is saying is that once you discover that this is this root cause, then you find is a plan, how to solve the problem. So that's where you come back, and the comebacks comes. Like, it's just like when you fall, you get up, and when you get up, now you know that you fell. You will be careful now not to fall, and you will walk straight, right? So it's the same concept, but you have to come back strong. So that way, that the falling would not even, or the setback would not be even be felt, because now you're gonna be far ahead in the game or whatever you're doing. Yeah. Now, to our audience, I know they would be, probably some might be wondering, what kind of plans would somebody have if you have to let's say an example, a hypothetical example, like, you are chasing your dream to become actress or actor, and you keep failing wherever you go for rehearsal. I mean, like, you go to do, what do you call it,
Audition.
to audition, and you keep, coming short. So what is it that you have to do to get through, or what are some of the, um what are some of the adjustments you have to make within either what you are doing or within yourself to become successful?
Well, like I always mention, you have to carry your confidence no matter in whatever situation. Stop comparing with others. If you think, oh, that big actor, that big actress, how can I? I cannot do anything. No, create your own uniqueness and mind your own business. When you start comparing with others, that means I can't do it. I'm not capable of it. Because remember, you have to make this in your mindset. I can, I will in every situation. Number two, I am born tough, born blessed, born talented. So I can do it. I don't have to. worry, and compare with others. Because I am my own brand. I may not be a high brand, but still, you can win. At least be a winner of yourself. If you think you are the winner, even if you could not pass the audition, you tried. You put yourself, you push yourself. So, Pat, like I mentioned, own your decision, cultivate resilience. That I have done it. And you know what? One thing, it's my experience. Ask me how many times I have failed. How many times
Mhm.
I no, I'm a straight shooter and a fact finder. I don't care what people say. But that doesn't mean that doesn't make me put me back. That's okay. I'm Smiley. I'm my own brand. I will push through and make my own way because I am not here to copy the other's path. Make your path right to move forward. So cultivate those. When you cultivate, you see you will win over, like I mentioned, simple progress. And pat yourself. At least you could do that. You climbed one ladder, at least one step at a time. We are not asking you to run. Doesn't make any sense because when you run and try to be at the peak of the ladder, I'm sorry, baby, you do not know the hurdles of every step you put in to climb up. Ask me. Ask me. I don't care. Today, I'm blessed to be there because I believed in myself and pat myself. Doesn't matter. Whatever I do, I'm able to go to the next step. Okay, I climbed the next step and now I'm here. So, when you have that sense, when you cultivate, make your mind set and celebrate every win, no one can stop you. Your comeback is a powerful one.
Wonderful. You said it right. Now looking at what is some of the setbacks, from personal experience and from what I see around. Setback could have a mental. You have to
Yeah.
have a mentality of
Yes.
like you have to have a mentality. So the mentality of comeback mentality, and of course, having to know that a setback is some in your mind that a setback is something that could happen at any given time based on the situation, correct?
Yes.
So if you have that mentality and it happens, now you know how to deal with that. One of the excuses some people give is like, oh, I don't expect this, I didn't know this is gonna happen. Always expect things that you wouldn't expect to happen. Always be prepared for you know unfortunate things and things when things can go wrong. So if you are mentally prepared, then you will be able to mentally also prepare yourself how to come back. Look at some of the things that you mentioned here. as a comeback way. Um, First, you accept the fact that the situation happened, and take responsibility, and also identify why you failed, and then what have you done that is not adequate or that causes the failure. And these are all honest discussions that you have to have within yourself. It's a mentality thing. So most of the time people are saying, oh man, I didn't know why this person succeed. He kept failing, but he never gave up. Yes, the person never give up because they stay motivated, because again, it's a mindset. You have to reframe your mindset. Imagine, make you put yourself in a mindset, in that in that success mode, that success place that you're looking for. Let's say you want to become a heavyweight champion, and all the time you go get into that ring, somebody is knocking you out, and even though you spend months of training, you get beat up by somebody. So you gotta find a way why you are getting knocked out or beat up, and do more training physically and mentally also. Adjust your mental and your physics, and also look at your skill set. What are the skills that needed to get to become ahead, when I'm with an opponent. So it all comes down to how you refrain your mind, which is very important. And I believe, if you are following this, so you will be able to see yourself in that picture, because we usually that happens to us. You have to set small and achievable goals. Now, some people might, just be uh, in a situation like chasing a dream or situation. Let's say you want to become, a lawyer, for example, and you find it difficult. All the time failing your bar. Anytime you take the bar, you fail it. So you have to set small and achievable goals that would allow you to be able to succeed. So those goals that you set, perhaps those goals can help you, you know, pass that exam that you're trying to take, or whatever thing that you're involved. Embrace failures. If you hate failure, then you are not going to be motivated. You hate failure, then you don't want, when you see it, you become upset. So when you become upset, you can't really, like, you can't overcome failures. So embrace it. Yeah, I failed. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Most people who Thomas Edison, who created the lights, he tried it many times and he failed before he becomes successful. Yeah. So another way also, to come back or to overcome, setback, is to surround yourself with a support system. You have to have a network of people who will give you positive feedbacks and positive support in any possible ways, because support is always motivation, and it empowers you. Like, you can support can be engaging with people within the community, or within your peers, or within the family, and so forth, and talking on ideas that could help you achieve your goal. you know keep the bigger picture in your mind. Keeping the bigger picture in your mind is that, you remember the initial, spark, that compelling vision that drove you to start the whatever you are starting. You have to have that vision with you throughout. When a setback happens, take a moment and reconnect with your why. Why is this happening? Why? What impact did it do to your hope to make it? You analyze that, setback. What impact has it affected you? And what problem were you trying to solve and that you are not able to solve? So you have to keep that vision, that keep you started to do whatever you're trying to achieve, keep it going, you know. So from setback to success, this is a journey forward. It's not like when you are involved in a setback, it's a like destination, that's it. It's a journey to success. So setback is not a dead end. They are a strategy to detour the path to innovation. So you can start, moving from a setback to become more innovative, and by cultivating a growth mindset and setting clear goal, achievable milestone, and building a robust support system, you can transform all these challenges into progress rather than like getting caught up with the failures itself. So these are all important things that we have to remember, and we have to remember that your resilience in the face of all these challenges is very important. Yeah. So those are the ones I want to add up there. I don't know if you, Smiley, if you want to add more things to the discussion of having to overcome setback, uh, by becoming strong and coming back strong to solve or to be successful.
Yeah, I have a few more points here as well, because sometimes I have seen people that when they have such kind of setbacks and all, not able to achieve their goals, they are surrounded with negative people. And people will always look for an opportunity for a topic. So they become a part of the topic. And then they will pull them down, or shake or break them. So that means you are already shaken. On top of that, you are surrounded with negative people. They are only talking because you are the talk of the town, you are the topic now, and they are shaking and breaking you. But here is a point: try to de-link yourself, learn to walk away, because in this journey of comeback, it's only you. No one gonna come to you. Believe me, trust me. You gonna set miles and headstrong, stand like a pillar, that I will come back. Because in the same process of setback, you learned and you experienced much more vast than others. So let them talk. You exit and walk away with your purpose of powerful comeback. That's my point here. Don't think, do not let others to interfere, to talk about your
Mhm.
failure, because your failure is your strength. You should be happy about it. That I
Yeah,
learned lots.
especially the negative ones, because once you started explaining your expressing your failures to them, they, instead of encouraging you, they can even discourage you further. So those are little tips that we have to also remember.
Yeah, I mean, I always keep telling people that you need to, every time you do the housekeeping, you clean up your house, try to clean up your mind, upgrade yourself, because not everyone is invited here. Sometimes silence is a golden rule of success.
Mhm.
Not your plans, not your story, not your accomplishments needs to be celebrated in a big crowd. You
Yeah.
are good enough. Why can't you accept that? No, we want to put it on a post. We want to make a big hype about it. I have accomplished this. I have accomplished that. Do you know you get bundles of enemies? People envy you.
Well,
And when it happens, then your mind is again blocked and choked. What we came, talked about last session, brain fog. Why do you want to do that?
exactly.
Learn to walk yourself and achieve small step your progress and pat your every simple win. Exit from others. Because remember, everything in life is not permanent. Your good times and your bad times.
Exactly.
People love good times. You know why? I love bad times. I love more failures because that has made me stand strong today and win over and reach here today. Whatever. I'm not able to, I'm not here to compare and compete with others. Yeah, I'm nothing. I'm absolutely nothing. I'm a small, small, small fly. But at least I'm a small fly. I reached to that level to be a small fly. So have that intensity, confidence on yourself. And then every time when you bounce back, you are more powered, more fueled because your setbacks have given you so much lessons in life. Others have not got it. That's why they are gossiping. And you are the talk of the town. So let them gossip. Leave them and
Right.
move with your vision.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So those are things that, like for our viewers, when you challenge with setbacks, those are the things that you have to note. And more so, in addition to what Smiley has said, always, try to embrace your emotion and find solution. Like you cannot have a setback or a failure without finding a solution. Solution is the key. I always say this. Don't focus on the problem itself. Always focus on the solution of the problem. The problem is a problem. You can't do anything about that. It happens. It's there. It's a problem. If you overthink about the problem itself, then you will not have decisive solution. But when you keep a blind eye of the problem and then you look at how to solve the problem, then your brain becomes so poised to really get to the bottom of that problem by coming up with a very good solutions. And also working on other aspect of your life. Oftentimes when people have setback, they collapse. They let the effects affects all of their life, all the aspect of their life. Let's say you fail your your major exams. Now you can't even talk to people. You can't even socialize. You can't even eat well. You know, or you fail in something that is so important, a competition, or you know, you're supposed to get a job. You went for a job interview, something like that. Then what is the point? A failure should not, stop you from enhancing and what and then also continuing with other aspect of your life. Just handle that particular failure as one instance that need the special attention to get resolved. Let's say if you are applying for a license or to become a driver's license, and anytime you go, you fail. Road test. Now you put that on on your on top of your head to the point that you can't even can't even go to school. You can't even do certain things. That's become too much. So work on other aspect of your life while this other challenging part is still been you're still working on it, trying to find a solution. And also focus on the good stuff. Good stuff are always good. Don't focus on the bad stuff. You know, what I mean bad stuff is anything that sounds bad that could be negative, try to do away from those. Because staying positive always get you to somewhere. Yeah, oftentimes people who are staying positive get good lucks. They are the one who get opportunities, and they're the one who excel in life. Those who are negative, who have doubt, who doubt everything, question everything, usually they are trapped because every opportunity pass by them and say bye bye, see you later. The opportunities just pass them because these people are there questioning everything, that being doubtful about everything. So the opportunities don't waste time. They come to knock to your door and you say, who are you? Where are you from? Here and there, blah blah blah. You want to get into nitty gritty of everything. Boom, the opportunity say bye, next door, next door. So it is essentially important to focus on good stuff. And also speak to somebody who will listen without judging you. Oftentimes we have issues with that because once you feel like somebody's gonna judge you, you probably wouldn't explain to that person, the reality that you are facing, the challenges. So you have to be somebody who we are comfortable with, who will not judge you or trying to misinterpret what you're saying. So that's very important in life. If you look at most people, if they don't have those kind of people around them, then it becomes a problem. That's why it's always important to have someone around you who you can speak to, and the person will use it against you. Because some people, if you're open to them, then you become, vulnerable. One day they might talk about you somewhere, or one day you run into an argument with them, they will say something else, and then they will come back. So that can really frustrate people. So these are the points that I want to add, you know, to the for the comeback strategies. But Dr. Smiley, if you have anything, you can add it, then we can wrap it up. Yep.
Yeah, that's because I'm getting chilled and chilled and chilled, and because nighttime again below freezing. Oh my goodness, goodness, goodness.
It's everywhere, everywhere in the US
But
right now.
yeah, but that doesn't. We are not pausing here. We are confident. We are positive that life goes on, and so our show will keep continuing, engaging more and more and more people. So if you, any of our audience, wants to be a part of having some setbacks, thinking about what to do, all
Mhm.
negative people, just close your eyes and get connect with us because we are here, a positive energy to turn your setback to your comeback. What do you say?
Definitely, definitely. This is the show. The show is precisely that, just to talk about issues that we face on in our lives, trying to bring out the little knowledge we have about them from our research point, or from experience, personal experience, or what we observe around. So it is highly important that like areas like setback and failures, we talk about that, and many other related topics that will be very important to the listeners, because somebody might see yourself in all these things that we are talking about. It's not like nobody can sit here and say they have never experienced setback or failures. Each and every human being that has lived would have to experience that. And in doing so, you have to be ready for it because it's an ongoing thing. I mean, because we are here to face challenges, we are here to try to accomplish something on a daily basis. Now, sometimes it's going to be difficult to achieve them. Sometimes you'll have setbacks. Sometimes you have obstacles, and failures. So if you can manage those by having a mindset or mind frame that will be able to, and have these strategies that we discuss, you will have able to have those in place, you can really overcome those setbacks and become more successful, because it will just be something that you will say, oh, this is part of life. Hey, is setback is here again. I gotta find a way how to how to navigate it by finding the root cause, and mitigate it. Basically, that's it. So we are here gonna be here every week to give you more and more important topics on things that affects our lives, and things that we need to know as people to help us grow and get better, in every aspect of life. uh Smiley's here. She's here giving her time to the whole world to share these wonderful moments and platform to with you guys. So follow her on her platform. Smiley, appreciate you coming again. We're gonna have more engagements, and I think at some point we're gonna have to have it at a time where we can also engage our audience, and in the near future, whereby they can call in and then ask questions, especially when we get to certain topics, especially topics that certain sensitive topics that will require other people to participate. What do you think?
Absolutely. I'm pretty much open because, you know, I would love to reply and more interaction with the audience. There could be tons of situations, circumstances, and all. And that's another part when audience comes live and get connect. That's a beautiful connection of expansion, no matter what it is. And I love that.
So we're looking forward for that. So your final thought, your final words.
Oh my God. Well, I am completely freezing and again below freezing, and this will continue till about this weekend. So just pray for me and my lovely host friend as well to be safe and stay warm. And all the viewers, whosoever are going through this situation, this weather, stay warm. Remember one thing, nothing is permanent in this world, good and bad. So, what we are experiencing today gives a lesson for us to build strong for tomorrow. Never think you can't do it, you couldn't do it, you can never do it. Always believe and train your mind because mind is a weapon for your build up life, which God has given. That you are born blessed, born talented. Every step is a progress. Sometimes you needn't have to be defined or recognized by your professional qualifications or your high degree. Your introduction should be good enough to make people understand your skill, your expertise, because that's your life journey, not just the certificates on the paper. And that's the way I always look life into it. Stay blessed. Stay warm, stay warm, stay warm. Very important. Pay attention to your health in the severe weather alert. stay home as much as to be safe. Don't be in the rush to be on the road, because safety comes, health comes first. Others can wait. Everything can wait. So that's all. Always a pleasure to be on this platform, uplifting, promoting, amplifying, bringing our hot topics which are of real dire need. If you have any topics in mind, feel free to reach out to us and send it out. We will love to talk about those as well. We share experiences. Like I mentioned, we may not be expert, but we share experiences. And sharing is caring, because that's my vision as much as I can to amplify my voice into the world and in every platform. So if you have any platform where I can amplify my voice, bring us in there. And we are also opening for collaborations as well. So much more opportunities are coming. So start engaging with us. And sooner or later, much more expansion, much more opportunities will come on the way. That's all for tonight. Thank you very much for being patient. And I love you all from the bottom of my heart. So long as I have my beautiful friend and my host for this beautiful platform. So keep engaging with us, keep liking and sharing our topics, which will benefit others as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Smiley. And definitely, words are very inspiring and encouraging. And I hope of our followers and the viewers will definitely utilize those advices, and we'll have some time where we will engage them, and that would
Yes.
be great. Yeah, so we'll find that moment. But thank you so much, and stay warm. Like you said, this weekend will be even more coming in Texas area. So we're in New York here. I mean, like, it's crazy. I mean, you can't even walk to the street far. Everything is like, you know it's horrible out there. But hopefully we get through this after the weekend, and then we call it a day. We call it, yeah. So take care, and of course, we will catch up. We catch up again next week with more interesting topic. Follow us and follow Smiley. Like I said, she's always active online. All right. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Stay
Take
warm.
care. All right. Take care.